What's up guys, it's Humphrey. I make videos here on YouTube on personal finance and investing, and today I wanted to cover some uncommon mistakes I see people making with their credit cards. We're talking about 5 mistakes that people don't usually know or aren't really talked about. So if you watch this whole video, you're gonna learn some of these mistakes that people are doing, and you're gonna learn some of the best practices with using your credit card. This will in turn help you save money directly when you use your credit cards, or just save you money indirectly by improving your credit score so that you can actually save more money in the future. Make sure to watch to the end of this video for all the tips, because even missing just one of these tips could be affecting your credit score. Now, before we move on, only a small percentage of my viewers are actually subscribed to my channel, so if you do enjoy this video, consider subscribing. It's free and you can always change your mind later. All right, so let's get into the first credit card mistake, which is using too much of your credit utilization ratio, or basically maxing out your credit card. Your credit score is made up of a bunch of different factors, but one of the main factors is how much you actually owe on your credit cards and how much of your total available credit are you actually using. As a general rule of thumb, you don't want to keep more than a 30% balance of your total available credit. So that means, let's say you have $10,000 of available credit across a few different credit cards, you don't want to be using more than 30%, or basically more than $3,000 of your total available credit. Credit card issuers want you to spend money and to actually keep a balance, but when you use too much of your balance, basically what they view it as is very risky, and they're afraid that you're just going to run up your credit cards and then all of a sudden disappear. Now, I have a friend who put a few plane tickets on her credit card and actually just left the balance, but as a result, she was using 55 or 60% of her credit utilization total, and that actually ended up tanking her score by over 40 points because she left that balance on her overall credit card for way too long. So yeah, definitely use your card, but don't go too crazy, because it's not good to have too much of your balance used, and also it's going to save you a lot of money and interest to just have a lower balance anyway. The second mistake I see people making with their credit cards is that they apply for too many credit cards in too short of a time. This is a mistake that people don't really know about. Basically, whenever you apply for a card, it's known as a hard inquiry, or basically a hard inquiry is then run against your credit. This just means that a creditor has requested to look at your credit file, which will actually stay on your credit report. Now, according to Experian, one additional inquiry will usually decrease your credit score by fewer than 5 points. However, multiple inquiries in a short period may have a compounding effect. So here's the tricky thing: how many times is too many times, and what is the time period? The general gist is this: if you have a really well-established credit history, then having an extra inquiry on your credit report won't do that much. Similarly, if you're a beginner and you're just applying for one new credit card, that probably won't hurt you, but all of a sudden, if you apply for 2 or 3 credit cards within the same week, that could actually drop your score. As far as how long to actually wait between actually applying for different types of credit cards, according to Bankrate, it's a good idea to wait at least 90 days between new credit card applications. It's also better if you can wait more than 6 months, but obviously just spread these out and be reasonable with your new credit card applications. The third mistake I see that people don't really talk about is closing a card with or without an annual fee. Now, when you close a card without an annual fee, basically what you're doing is you're lowering your total available amount of credit. Because your total available credit is actually higher, that means any balance that you do have represents a smaller percentage of your credit utilization ratio, which is good for your credit score. And since 30% of your score is actually driven by your credit utilization, if you have a card with no annual fee, there's no harm in just keeping it open. For cards with an annual fee, like the Chase Sapphire Reserve or the Chase Sapphire Preferred, one tactic you can actually do without actually canceling the card is just to ask Chase if they can downgrade your card. Sometimes they'll be able to downgrade you to the free version, such as the Chase Freedom Unlimited or the Chase Freedom Flex. This way you can still downgrade your card, not pay an annual fee, and basically won't hurt your credit. In any case, it's always a good idea to have higher total available credit. It's going to help your credit score out a lot. The fourth mistake I see people doing with their credit cards is not managing their rewards efficiently or effectively. A lot of these credit cards have really great welcome offers, but what I see some people doing is chasing the rewards even irresponsibly, which is never a good idea, and some people just don't time their spending correctly. For example, the American Express Gold has 60,000 points when you spend $4,000 in the first 3 months, and also the Chase Sapphire Reserve has 50,000 bonus points if you spend $4,000 in the first 3 months, which are really great welcome offers. So I would say this: if you don't have $4,000 to spend every 3 months, or basically you don't already naturally do that spending, then don't even go for a credit card with this crazy welcome offer. Carrying a balance just so that you can get the rewards is probably going to cancel out or nullify any of the positive benefits of having those rewards. So when it comes to welcome offers, you want to be responsible with this. Now, there is one way to do it correctly, and that's actually to time your spending correctly. What I mean by timing is let's say you have a really big purchase coming up, like let's say in February, you know that you're going to buy plane tickets to, I don't know, Baltimore, and that's going to cost you $1,000. So that's when I would actually apply for one of these cards in mid to late January, knowing that you're going to incur a really big expense right off the bat. That's one tactic that you can actually use to actually qualify for these welcome offers, even if your normal spending isn't around $4,000 every 3 months. Another tactic that you can use is just to pay for your friends. So let's say your friends go on a weekend trip where you go out to dinner, you can always offer to pay for them and have them pay you back later. Essentially, what I'm just trying to say is that you should be strategic with your spending and don't just chase rewards for the sake of having rewards. Now, the last mistake I see people making often with their credit cards is that they are only paying the minimum balance due. So let's say you have a $1,000 credit card balance and your minimum payment is $25. That means every month you're paying $25. Your balance is only shrinking by $25, so now you owe $975. At an interest rate of 22% per year, that means your interest monthly is going to be $18, which is basically canceling out your minimum payment. So basically, by paying off just the minimum balance every month, you're actually costing yourself a lot of money in the long run by accumulating interest on your balance. This should go without saying, but credit card companies make money on you whenever you're paying interest, and a lot of people don't have the self-discipline to just pay off their balance in full every single month. However, if you are able to pay off your balance in full every single month, you're going to be able to take advantage of a lot of these credit card rewards programs and cash back programs as well. Okay, so of these 5 credit card mistakes, which ones are you guys making? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to my channel for more videos from me in the future, and also tick the notification bell so that you can get notified whenever I drop a video. Feel free to follow me on Instagram if you're ever just bored scrolling your phone on the gram and you want to see me, that's where you'll find me. If you like a free stock when you deposit any amount of money into Robinhood, even if it's just $1, then the link for that is in my description below. Lastly, thank you to all my Patreon supporters. I appreciate you guys being here. I will hopefully see you guys in the next video, which will be just in a couple short days. Peace.